blue jeans. Good girls are bad girls that never get caught. Latin's 2014. What in the world? Latin girl, you just a quirky kind of chick, aren't you? Oh my god. Hey, everybody, Mountain Dew Mania here, and welcome back to Vox Populi Diamond, my home away from home away from home. I'm just wandering around Spawn, just looking, some of the little crannies and crooks I haven't been into, and just kind of nosing around. And just happened to go in there, and it was apparently one of Latin's little shops, and Latin just a quirky kind of little girl, ain't she? I just love her so much. I don't know, I'm in a quirky kind of mood today, And that is what our little redneck rant is going to be about today. Q is for quirks. Okay? And in case you're not sure what a quirk is, it is, according to the handy dandy dictionary, a peculiarity of action, behavior, or personality, mannerisms, i.e., he is full of strange quirks. Okay? And if you think about it, if you stop and think about it, you probably know somebody that is quirky. And people don't like quirky. Now, let me kind of explain that, okay? We are taught when we go to school that you have to act a certain way. You have to be a certain way. People expect you to say certain things and, follow the rules, and everybody fits in the little square, and your little square, and you fit in the square, and everybody else fits in their little squares. Okay? And that's normal. Can you see the little quotations I'm doing in the air? Okay? Normal. Normal. Okay? I say bull crap. There is nothing wrong with being quirky. Okay? There is nothing in this world wrong with being your own person. And it's just, I don't know why everybody thinks that everybody has to be normal. I don't know what normal is. I don't like the word normal. um, I don't like being. I have never ever put or taught or even suggested to my children that they had to follow a certain pattern about who they are or what they believe. Okay? I want them, of course, to do their very best in school that they can. But I also want them to pursue interests, whatever they're interested in, not particularly what I think they should be interested in. I have never pushed my children to like certain movies, listen to certain music, be a certain way, say certain things, like certain foods. That's just not, I guess, in a sense, I am quirky because that's how I taught my children. And I certainly do not fit in what everybody would consider the right square when it comes to what I've taught my children, okay, or what I stand for. Um, the saying about breaking the mold, honey, when they made me, they broke it, burned it, and buried the ashes, okay? I am very happy to be my quirky self. I definitely go about listening to the my own drum. You know what I'm saying? I walk to my own beat. I could care less what the norm is or what everybody else is doing. I have never cared. I never will care. It's not to say that I don't care about you in general. I just don't care about what you do. Um, it's not wrong. It's not right. It's you. Okay? That's how I have tried to raise my children to be. If people all have little quirks, even if they're normal quirks, somebody somewhere has noticed a quirk about probably everybody on this planet. You know, why do they do that? That's kind of quirky. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Why do they do that? What are they all, little mannerisms. Okay, my absolute definition of somebody quirky, and you tell me if you agree with me or not, is Tobuscus. Toby is he is got to be the quirkiest person on this planet, in my humble opinion, which matters to nobody else, I'm sure. But if I had to describe to you what I thought quirky was, that's the person that I would think of first in the truest sense of the word quirk. Okay? If I didn't have a dictionary, if I couldn't, even know, how to articulate, I would say, well, what does quirky mean? One word, Tobuscus. And I absolutely love him. Okay? Um, that's just, again, my personal preference and opinion. He is so random. He talking about marching to your own music. Yep. And the good thing about Tobuscus is he writes his own music. So his level of quirky is just far beyond anything normal quirky, you know what I'm saying? Um there were some strange things said, like quotes about quirky, and a lot of them came from actors and actresses who thought that they were quirky. And it was people that I really wouldn't have thought were quirky. In my opinion, I didn't see anything quirky about them. But to them, themselves, they say they're quirky. It's strange how um, we see ourselves, you know? It's strange how we perceive how people perceive us, you know? I don't know if you're quirky, but if we probably met, I probably might think you were. Um, it's it's funny how sometimes the worst judge of us is us. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we are our own worst critics. Okay. Um, we tend to criticize ourselves quicker than most people can. You know what I'm saying? It's Emma Watson. If you don't know who Emma Watson is, Hermione. Okay, she says, "I have collections of quirky things from places I've been, like a set of Russian dolls." Now, you don't necessarily have to be quirky. You can be like Emma and collect something quirky. And I have known some people who have collected some very strange, quirky things. My mother collected clocks and buttons. Now, if that's not quirky, I don't know what is. um, but when it comes to being quirky, the thing that I mean, you can ask yourself, am I quirky? Now, to you, you might not seem quirky. To somebody else, you could totally seem quirky. Like I said, it's all about perception. It's all about how we see our universe. You know what I'm saying? Everything, we could all look at the same picture, or we could all look at the same thing, or read the same book, and there will be 100,000 different perceptions on it. There'll be 100,000 different ways that we perceive it because of how we think and how we perceive things. It's so It's so strange. Um, Warning, drowning is illegal. Please refrain. Now that's quirky. Oh my god. It's the best thing you can do, and is not worry about whether you're quirky and not worry about how people see you. Okay? Just be yourself. Let people see. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's Valentine's. Um, the event is Valentine's, apparently. Very cool. Um, just let people, see the real imperfect, flawed, quirky you. Okay? Um, yeah, I'm imperfect. I'm flawed. I'm quirky. I'm weird. And, magical and beautiful. Okay? And I'm going to be me. I'm going to be me and not worry about what everybody else thinks. Okay? I don't care what anybody else thinks. Okay? I know I have some quirks, you know? I'm 50 years old and I play Minecraft. I'm 50 years old and I do YouTube. So, why can't I? Why not? Nothing wrong with that. It's a great thing to do. It's fun talking to people and meeting people from all over the world, learning new things, having fun. What's wrong with that? What's quirky about that? Nothing. People need to not worry so much of what everybody else thinks and just be you. You know what I'm saying? It's better to be quirky alone than unhappy together. So, if you don't like me, if you don't like my quirks, if you think I'm weird and strange, so be it. I will stand over here on the edge of the world by myself and be quirky. You stand over there in your little square that everybody in the whole universe fits in, that's supposed to fit in, and, be happy with that. I'll be over here being happy, being quirky, So, no, don't try to push what is right and what is normal on other people. Don't judge people by any kind of standards. You know what I'm saying? Not in that regard. Yeah, you want people to be nice and respectful and help people when there are troubles. You know, but if they like to collect buttons, or if they like to hang from ceilings on huge hooks that ram through their skin, or they're covered in tattoos, or they're a female and they like to be bald with, whatever. That's them. That's them being who they are. Okay? So don't judge them on that. Just let them be quirky. And if you go past the quirkiness and dig a little bit, you might find a really cool, interesting person that thinks you're really cool and interesting, when the rest of the world just thinks you're weird and quirky. There is, it's, this is kind of, I found this one, this kind of made me giggle. Sometimes I pretend to be normal, but it gets boring, so I go back to being me. You know, I'm sure that there has been a situation in your life where, oh man, I can't say that I like video games, or I can't say I like this cool anime, or people are going to think I'm weird and quirky, What should I do? I don't know what to do. I'll just pretend. I'll pretend that, no, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't sell yourself short. You be who you are. You be quirky and goofy and weird all you want to be. And I promise you that somewhere out there, there is somebody that is just as weird and quirky and finds the same things weird and, that you do. You just gotta find them, that's all. So, no, don't think you have to change. Ever. You just be you. Okay? And I will leave you with the quote that is my signature here if you find me on the forums. on Vox Populi, Diamond. Um, I live by it, I preach it, and hopefully you will take it up as your personal motto. From the wondrous Oscar Wilde: be yourself. Everyone else is taken. There you go, guys. Q is for quirky. Be quirky. Be awesome. Be yourself. And don't let anybody else tell you that you're anything but just wonderful. Okay? Alright, guys. Going to wrap this up. I think I'm going to go check out the new event that is going on here on Vox Populi. It looks really, really cool. And I hope you guys will enjoy. And tell me in the comments below, what do you think is your quirk? What makes you, when you talk about yourself, people lift their eyebrow and go, okay, that's kind of weird. Appreciate you all the time. I love the comments. I love that you guys get involved. And thank you. Thank you very much. For now, gonna go check out the big pulsing heart. I am so out of here. Later, guys.